Hi, I'm Oscar Alston, and today I'll be giving a critique on the research titled The Effect of an Ecological Imagery Program on Soccer Performance in Elite Players. This research is based on an ecological imagery intervention and its effects on elite soccer players' successful passing rate. The study shows great significance due to the lack of empirical evidence outside a laboratory setting, and how imagery could be used in a complex multivariable team sport such as soccer. By using real-time imagery speeds similar to the motor function used in-game, it could be possible to increase the player's control and execution in multiple different passing situations, therefore giving an elite player the advantage needed in professional level sports. A randomised experimental design was used, and 88 male soccer players across 4 professional divisions were split evenly into the imagery intervention or the control group. All athletes were scheduled into manipulation check interviews weekly based on the imagery assessment questionnaire. This was also to gain more information on the quality of the imagery sessions. 270 minutes of footage was taken of the players during games, reviewed by 4 certified National League coaches to determine if passes successfully reached the teammate or not. The percentage of overall successful passes was recorded. The players participated in an 8-week lead intervention that included specific and general cognitive imagery about passing performance. All athletes had no previous imagery training. Players were asked to use all their senses to create a real-time imagery of the perfect performance. Once players were taught to orientate themselves, and other components of the imagery-specific examples of real match situations were shown to the athletes, and they were asked to visualize playing out these scenarios. General cognitive imagery included sounds and pictures of teammates and searching for the best passing option. Specific cognitive imagery focused on the angle of the foot, power of the kick, and items with a narrow focus in skill. All sessions were performed before the matches and only had a duration of 10 to 15 minutes. All data was analysed using generalised estimating equation rather than an ANOVA to account for the players having different field times and varied numbers of total passes. A baseline accuracy test found both the intervention and control groups through all ages showed very similar scores. Using the G analysis, the imagery intervention proved to have a significant effect on passing accuracy when compared to the control group. Further analysis also showed a significant increase in pass accuracy in the under 16 group as well as the under 21 group. The other groups showed higher increases than the control group, although these findings were not significant. There are 3 main implications in this study. The first is the opportunity to objectify actions on the sport field when an environmental imagery intervention is used. The second is improving imagery perspective and direction in younger athletes through feedback and by using videos to help prime their mind in preparation for the feedback session. Finally, utilising experts to work with the trainers and adult professional athletes could bolster a physical training program, as these athletes need more in-depth training to stay competitive. Some of the limitations in this study include that they only used 270 minutes of game time for the baseline tests, and the same again for the intervention. This may not have been enough to capture enough data, especially for athletes who did not play the full game. Another limitation is the lack of a value scale given to players in different positions in the field. Finally, a major strength for this study was the robust method of the intervention delivery, giving a clear outline of the imagery tasks, using professionals in the field to design this, and weekly manipulation tests were performed to ensure the players weren't altering the imagery scripts. In conclusion, The imagery intervention showed a significant increase in pass accuracy compared to the control group. This study could have major implications on the ability to increase the competitiveness in elite athletes across multiple sports. Further research across a longer competition duration is recommended to gather more data on imagery interventions. Thank you for listening to my presentation.